Hello, and today you find me back along the Medway Valley Line. I'm at the southern end of the line, indeed the southern terminus for most of the day of the line. Welcome to Paddock Wood. And you can find Paddock Wood between Tunbridge and both Beltring and Marden on the Medway Valley and South Eastern Main Line respectively. Opened in 1842 as Maidstone Road, the station served along the South East Railway extension from Tunbridge to Headcorn. 2 platforms were put either side of a 4-track arrangement. At this time, a plan to run trains to Maidstone via a spur at this point were already well advanced, and this would open for traffic in 1844. A name change to Paddock Wood would also occur when this branch opened. The station building was initially located on the coastbound side and was made of brick, with a stone edging. The London-bound side also had a building with the addition of a clock tower. A footbridge connecting the platforms was also provided. Goods facilities were located to the west of the station. They featured wagon turntables and a goods shed, which was to be found on the coastbound side. These and a bay platform for the Maidstone services were controlled by 2 signal boxes, either side of the station. Note that this map from the early 1900s shows that there was a railway hotel located north of the station. And it is also worth noting that the Hawkhurst branch terminated behind the Tunbridge-bound platform. This railway existed from 1892 to 1961. By 1893, a radical overhaul of the station took place. All of the buildings on the Tunbridge-bound platform were removed and the footbridge taken down. Canopies were put on both platforms and a new station building was placed on the Tunbridge side. A new footbridge was placed by the canopies. The coastbound station building was, however, retained. By 1932, only 1 signal box remained, but the station remained largely the same until the 1960s, when the platforms were extended during the electrification of the line. In the mid-1960s, the goods facilities were removed and the coastbound side building demolished. However, this wasn't the end for freight here. By 1973, a continental freight depot was opened, which utilised new sidings beside the bay platform. This carried on until 2005, when operations ceased. Various design changes to the platforms, especially the shortening of the canopies, would occur, although the main station building would have extensions added in the late 1980s. The sidings that exist here at Paddock Wood are mainly now used by Network Rail, and the station layout is largely the same as that in the early 20th century, albeit with no sidings now on the London-bound side. This picture by Hassocks 5489 was taken in 2007 and shows a plastic tube-style canopy at the entrance to the station. Also note the old footbridge in the background. Note that a training centre for Network Rail is to be found to the east of the site, adjacent to the London-bound running tracks. Okay, let's start here at Paddock Wood. Something a little bit different. Normally I'll start with the station building, but we'll start out in one of the car parks, and as you'll see, a very reasonably sized cycle hub, and just beyond that you'll see one of those station lifts. As I turn around though, you will see the end of this very pretty station building. Let's continue round, and as we continue round you'll see this lovely original brickwork still in place. Not sure if they're the original windows, they may be. They've certainly got some age to them. I would think they have been replaced since the station first opened. There's your new South Eastern Paddock Wood sign. And let's move round and have a look at the front. And coming round to the side, you're going to get your first glimpse at that lovely valance. Quite an unusual station here at Paddock Wood, which does give it some charm. You've got again those arched windows. Again, I don't think they are the original windows, but they have got some age to them. They're not double glazed. And you've got postbox, and for when the ticket office isn't opened, you have your electronic ticketing machine or ticket machine. As the electronic doors opens for me, go into the actual station building itself, and immediately as you turn around to your right, there's a rail and tube services map, various other posters to do with South Eastern. Also a very exciting roof. I expected something a little bit more grand in here, but it's clean. As you move further into the station, you've got your information boards up there. There is a coffee shop there, but it's being refurbished at the moment. And to your right-hand side there, that's your ticket desk. And it's just about to go on to platform 1. You'll see a platform information board, door will open, and indeed, you'll go out onto the platform as a 375 unit arrives. Immediately, as the 375 unit departs towards Strood from the bay platform, you'll see there's a very good view. And I'm looking here towards Strood. I'll slowly turn around, and that's a view towards Tunbridge. Exit those doors and turn right. You'll be greeted by the notice board for the Kent Community Rail Partnership. Fantastic organisation, and then the onward travel information board. And next to that, the accessible toilet. There's also a ladies and a gents toilet just down there, and a vending machine. There would be a coffee bar there, as I say. It is being refurbished at the moment. And I'll turn myself back around though. How about this for a station clock? Absolutely fantastic condition, and something you don't often see on a regional station on the network these days, so that's absolutely fantastic. There's plenty of seating available, and also dot matrix displays on the platform. The roof still has its valance, the canopy I should say still has its valance. If I can get it into focus. Corrugated there and still in pretty good condition, to be honest. As we turn around from that canopy, there's another entrance into the station that includes your assistance point and a defibrillator. We'll come back out onto this little forecourt area. And just down from where the ticket desk is, there is this poster talking about the hot pickers line. If you'd like to read any of that, you can just pause and have a little read. Platform information board there. I would say it is a lovely, pleasant exterior to this unique station. I certainly haven't seen anything like this before on the network. Let's go back onto platform 1. Moving a little bit further down platform 1, and you'll see the waiting shelter. It does carry on a long way. You get those fantastic views down the line. Over there is a Network Rail pair of sidings, and you'll often see either stone blowers or tamping machines stationed in there, or stabled in there I should say. We see a departmental move coming through, heading towards Strood. Overall, this is a very pleasant station, pleasant platform to be on, this platform 1 with that fabulous station building. But I'm going to now continue, go up over the footbridge and see what's over on platforms 2 and 3. I'm going to take the steps up, not use the lift, but there are accessible lifts here now to reach all 3 platforms here at Paddock Wood. There's a fairly high bridge here at Paddock Wood actually, but as you know, I'm a lover of bridge, and you really do get some fantastic views up the line there towards Strood. If I turn us around here, not such a good view, but that's your view towards Tunbridge. There is actually not a bad view if you go peer over that bridge, so there is quite a view into the distance. Well, let's continue down onto platforms 2 and 3. Getting near to the bottom of the stairs, there is a platform information board there, letting you know that is the way out. And platform 1, there is also an entrance in and out here. But we'll quickly go look down here first. There's a waiting shelter. A little bit further down, you've got an assistance point as well as another entrance and yet another little car park. You've got plenty of car parks here. Onward travel information board. Something I have noticed though, there is a Paddock Wood sign here. Can anybody tell me what's unusual about this sign? It's certainly something I've not seen before, at least not at a railway station. So if anybody has got any idea why that's been presented like that, let me know in the comments. There's like various posters there, and then you're coming into where the canopy is. I do like these arched canopies, they look rather good and very well maintained. There is also another cycle hub here on platforms 2 and 3. Well, let's go further down and see what we can see. Straight away I noticed this old style buffer here on platform 3, which is the terminating platform for the Medway Valley Line services from Strood. Don't know why they haven't changed that, but I suppose if it still works, there's no need to replace it. And this nice bright sunny day, which is not great sometimes for videography. You can see the underneath of the canopy here on platforms 2 and 3. Plenty of seating available and some more views of the departmental and engineering trains that are more than likely going to be stationed here at Paddock Wood if you come for a visit. Yeah, this is the Bay Line. A little bit more explanation about Paddock Wood, yes, because you've got the 2 fast lines which can enable freight traffic to pass through this station unhindered, which is good. On the other side there, that is the platform which will take you towards Tunbridge and London. This side, generally speaking, will go towards Strood and Ramsgate. And this side is the bay platform for terminating trains from Strood along the Medway Valley Line. There are a couple of trains a day which don't terminate here from Strood. They go straight onto Tunbridge, mainly in the mornings and in the early evenings. If you come down to the southern end of platforms 2 and 3, you will get a very good look at the signalling and track arrangement here, as the trains will come down on those fast lines and pull off into the platform areas. The statistics for Paddock Wood are that it opened in 1842. It currently, time of filming, has 2 trains westbound, 2 trains eastbound and 2 trains northbound per hour, with more to Cannon Street and Deal during the rush hours. And the entry and exit figures for 2023-2024 were 991,364. Paddock Wood is a lovely station along the Medway Valley Line and indeed serves as its southern terminus most of the day, with only a few trains carrying on till Tunbridge. The station building here is a unique piece of railway architecture and is well worth stopping off for a minute to take a look at it. For the enthusiast, views going up the line towards Tunbridge are fantastic, and there's always something going on around this station, seeing as it's very close to Tunbridge Yard. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment and subscribe, and if you can, get out there, get on the railway and see where it takes you. Thanks very much for watching.